What do you think of grounding? That's a term that gets thrown a lot in spiritual circles, and you know, it's like you got to be grounded, fully integrated, fully in your body for this human experience. Feel your way through all your feelings. And I get it, you know, it's nice to kind of line up all the different layers of your being, but sometimes when I hear people tell me to ground, it also sort of sounds like, you know, you're grounded, young man. No, no playing with etheric spiritual concepts until you've done your shadow work, or...
Well, you've been following one of the primary tenets of what we teach, where we're talking about step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step 1 being where the contrast inspires the launching of a further personal desire from your perspective. And so if there is any grounding, it's in step 1. It's where you're actually focused upon the reality that you're living, and from it acknowledging the parts that are missing, the parts that you would like improvement from. It doesn't have to be this way, but for most people, most of the roots of their desires that they launch come from a step 1 experience. And when you think about it, you deliberately were born into a reality that already exists, because unless you have a conscious awareness of where you are, there's not as much satisfaction as you move forward beyond it. And so we'll go that far in discussing grounding. It's like an acknowledgement of where I am as I am reaching for that which is beyond it. But we would never deliberately return to grounding if our option were tuning to the highest frequency and soaring toward the vibrational allowance of what the grounding caused us to put into motion. It would be like saying, so let's say that you are just a little guy who is learning to walk, and you're teetering around and you've got it down good, and now you're upright and moving pretty good, and you're running, and now you've got really good balance, and you're walking on the edges of things, and you hop off and up on the fence post, and you're just agile and really delighted in your body. And someone would say to you, well, that's all well and good, but every day you need to crawl around a little bit. Every day you need to go back to what you were when you first got here, because we don't want you to get too haughty about walking around. And of course, it's a